Hello and welcome to the Create If Writing podcast. I'm your host, Kirsten Oliphant, and this is the podcast for writers, bloggers, and creative types, all about authentic platform building tools. So this is just going to be a solo episode, no interview today, and I'm a little bit sick. You might hear it in my voice a bit, or not. I never can tell. When other podcasters say they're sick, I'm like, I don't hear it, but I feel raspy. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit short because I'm also talking about something a little weird today, and that is disclosure. And before you go running for the stop button to go hear about something a little more exciting, this is a really big topic, and this is something I'm super passionate about and has gotten me way up in arms lately. So please listen in because maybe you'll be surprised. So before I do dive into the talk about disclosure, a few quick things. Next week, I'm going to be back with an interview with John Lee Dumas from Entrepreneur on Fire, which will go down in history as the one fatal time I did not press record when I started the interview. Of course it would be with John Lee Dumas, right? There's actually a reason for that. His interviews are so short. He has exactly 25 minutes that we dove right into the interview, where usually I talk to people for a few minutes beforehand and turn on the recording in that time. And so we went straight from hello, like that was it. And I just didn't hit record. So in any case, I had to embarrassingly stop him and be like, so that last 30 seconds, let's just do that again. And he was very gracious about it. So anyway, that's coming up next week, is that interview. So for today, disclosure. What is that, and why do you need to know, and why am I passionate about something that sounds really nerdy and technical? So disclosure is basically you telling people when you're getting paid for something. So whether that's a sponsored post on your blog or some kind of sponsored content, an affiliate link from Amazon or for some other product where you get a commission if somebody buys, or even a commission if somebody clicks, all those things have to be disclosed. Now, the reason they have to be disclosed is the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, and a few years ago, they cracked down on bloggers and online business people because I think they realized how much money people were making, and it can be a significant amount of money. So their main aim, and I'm really kind of paring this down to simplest terms, and I'm going to point out some resources for you in a second and then send you a bunch of links in the show notes, but the basic thing is they don't want people to be deceived if there is an exchange of money in some way. They want that to be disclosed and put out in the open so that buyers and consumers are not deceived and thinking that your endorsement was just because you really liked a product when actually you're getting paid. And in some ways that doesn't matter. And I've heard Pat Flynn does some great talks about this in the fall. He had a whole month he talked about affiliates, and I'll link to that in the show notes as well, where he talked about how if people really like you, they're going to want to support you with affiliate links. And he's had some really good success with that. And I do believe that's true. I also believe there are some people who don't want to buy something if it's an affiliate link, and they just have a weird issue about that. And that's okay. And that's just part of life. But the FTC says if you are online and you're making money through the sharing of content, that it needs to be disclosed. And in some ways, that's pretty obvious. If you go to a blog and there's an ad for Target in the sidebar, that's an ad for Target. There are things we recognize. It's more the things that are in that gray area. So I want to send you to listen to a really great episode that deals with the whole full idea of disclosure, just all the things that you need to know. And that's Taylor Bradford's Boss Girl Creative Podcast, episode number 26. And that is where she talks in detail with her co-host Jennifer from Busy Being Jennifer, all about disclosure, how you need to do it, all the nitty-gritty. It's a really great episode packed full of information. And if you've never heard of this, you may not realize that you are violating this if you're making money on your blog. I didn't know how to disclose for a long time. So it's something that you need to know if you're making money online. So go listen to Taylor's episode. She's very, very thorough in that. And I'm going to leave really good links in the show notes for you. But I want to talk about something that's been really, really bugging me. And I was a little nervous to record this because I don't know. I'm a little new to some of these online worlds. I've been blogging forever, but moving into kind of the space with the sort of creative entrepreneurs and the business people and kind of seeing what they're up to, I've signed up to a lot of email lists and I'm kind of watching things and learning things as I go. And I started to notice something that really bothered me. And I kind of don't know, this subject might be a sore subject for people. I'm not sure if what I'm about to say is something that's like a big secret that everybody's keeping and hiding, or if it's something where genuinely people haven't thought about it and don't know. So let me get to it. A couple of months ago, maybe last month even, I started getting a whole bunch of emails because again, I'm a nerd and I sign up for email lists like crazy just to hear what people say, to hear how people handle email, what they do about sales. I learn by observing, clearly. So I started getting a lot of emails that were the same. Like one week, it was all one particular thing, and everybody was sharing this one particular thing, and it was a free thing. But I was kind of like, why is everybody sharing this? That's really weird. And being in this online space and being here for as long as I have been, I was like, this has to be a affiliate link somehow, but I don't know how because it's a free product, but everybody's pumping it. And I would not be getting 6 emails that are virtually the same from different people for a free product if there's no kickback, right? And so it just seemed really fishy to me. And I reached out to one of my friends who was promoting it, and we didn't ever fully connect, but she said, she kind of was like, yeah, there's an affiliate thing. She didn't explain how it worked. And then recently I spoke at the Amplify Summit, and that was really incredible. I was really honored to be among the people who spoke. I feel like it was just such a great lineup of people. And I saw, being a part of that, how the back end of these things work, these free things. And so as an affiliate for the summit, since I spoke, I was put into that program. What happens is when I link for people, when I share my unique sign up link for people to come and watch, like for people to come and watch me speak at the Amplify Summit, a tag is placed on that person if they used my link. It's really a cookie. And I don't understand the internet enough. I can talk about cookies, but I can't understand what exactly they are other than to explain it like it's a tag. So that person is in essence tagged. So they can come and watch me for free. But there are paid products that were advertised, like you could buy a bundle of all the videos and watch them for your lifetime and some other things like that. So if you ever did buy, that little tag alerted them to know that I would get a commission for that. So when I was sharing all my links, it was really kind of awkward to disclose because I was like, hey, come to this free thing. Also, this is an affiliate link. But for me, I felt really strongly like, hey, I feel like this has to be disclosed because there's a, cookie being attached here to this person if they sign up. And if they buy something, I'm getting commission. I have to tell them, right? So I disclosed, and it was really awkward. Like, hey, come see my free thing. Also, this is an affiliate link if you buy something. So I felt like I had to be even more like pronounced about it. But I did because I felt like that was important. But I was kind of wondering, like, I've seen a lot of these summits, a lot of these free things being promoted, free webinars. I've seen a whole lot of people promoting different launches for people. And because I'm on all these email lists from people who are friends with each other, I started to see where all of these things are happening and realizing these are all affiliate links. Essentially, I may go to this free webinar, but if I buy the product, that person's getting a kickback. And what makes it even more sure is another thing that's happening is that people are starting like little Facebook groups before a launch if they're an affiliate and trying to get the buzz up and getting people engaged and convincing people to buy. I've seen that happen with several people. I've also seen just a ton of like, come to this webinar, a ton of incentives like, hey, I'll give you this bonus stuff if you buy, but they're not saying it's an affiliate link. I don't see any disclosure. But now that I kind of saw the back end of this program, I know how it works. And people are actually getting commissions if you buy. But because they're kind of sending you to the free thing first, there's no disclosure. So this started to really irk me, I guess. And, something to know about me, I feel like, I'm like a normal person and I am not awesome at everything. But one of the things, and this is not to say I don't ever tell lies, because I just feel like I'm a human. I'm sure I do. But I try not to. Like, I generally think of myself as pretty honest. But one of my big pet peeves is when people break my trust. So I think that's one of the reasons that this just started to get to me when I started to see all of these free offers that now I know, because I've seen the back end, are paid. And actually a lot of them, there's like, groups for this, and there's leaderboards, and there's like prizes if you're the person who gets the most people to buy or to sign up. Like, there's a cash prize involved sometimes. So in my digging, what I've realized is that a lot of people are promoting a lot of products and they're not disclosing. And I don't know if this is because people genuinely don't realize they need to disclose because they're sending you first to the free product, or if people are trying to be sneaky and get away with it, because I really don't know. Like, I'm newer to the space. I love to give people the benefit of the doubt, but I'm also a pessimist. And so I kind of suspect that maybe for some people, it's a matter of not wanting to have to say that because maybe they'll make more sales if they don't say it. And maybe for some people, they're not realizing that cookie, it's kind of just like Amazon. Like if somebody goes to an Amazon affiliate link, like clicks through your Amazon affiliate link, they don't have to buy that product for you to get a commission. If they stay on Amazon, and I forget how long Amazon's cookie lasts. I thought it was 30 days, but somebody told me 24 hours. But either way, if you go through and click on the product that I share, but then go buy something else like a couple hours later, I'm still going to get a kickback. So that's an affiliate link. It's the same kind of cookie. It's the same kind of tag that gets attached to that person. But the ones that are working for these free webinars and free video series and free summits, those just have a longer cookie, but it's still an affiliate link. So anyway, this has been bothering me. And I did actually email one blogger in particular who I really respect and who has a lot of integrity and has kind of built a platform on integrity. And I started getting a ton of links like this from her. And I was like, I really, I must be wrong. Like, there's no way. And so I emailed her and just really nicely, I thanked her for all her content. I did the whole thing where you're really nice. You don't just come out and say something like, hey, let me confront you on this. But I was really nice. I just encouraged her that I've been following her forever. I'm a huge fan. And just kind of asked like, hey, it seemed like maybe this was an affiliate link. Is it? I just wasn't sure. And I just wondered about disclosure. And so she kind of fired back and was like, well, here is a Periscope. This will explain to you kind of how my business model is working. And so I listened to the Periscope and she talked about actually straight up how she's making so much money from these types of affiliate links. And so I was like, what? So I emailed her back again and said, I don't have a problem with your selling. I'm just wondering why you're not disclosing these free things. I listened to your Periscope. You said you're making money. That's all I wanted to know. And I kind of backed off and I really thought I had burned a bridge because I don't know her well and I confronted her on something and she didn't seem particularly pleased. But about a day later, I got an email back from her saying, thank you. I'm so sorry. You're right. My team and I looked at this and I'm a little new to the affiliate game and this is an affiliate link. And, I wasn't asked to disclose this free part. I think people generally know if it's a paid thing, you should disclose. But if it's a free, like come to the free content, people are not disclosing that in particular. So anyway, she apologized and said I was right. And they were trying to figure out how to handle this moving forward, how to share that kind of content and disclose properly for the kind of strategy that she has with her email. So I was really glad to hear that response. And I haven't, I don't want to go on like a crusade and be like, hey, everyone, stop it. But at the same time, it's really frustrating me because here's why it matters. This is what I want to get down to. And then I'll kind of give some practical things for you if you're listening. The thing I want to get down to is this. Why does this matter? Why do I care? Why should you care about whether people are disclosing and about whether you're disclosing properly? The reality is that the big why is integrity. It is all about integrity. And the FTC talks about the fact that the main point of this is so that there is not deception. And when it comes down to it, if you're not sharing that you might get paid if somebody buys, not that you might, you will get paid if somebody buys something after watching a free webinar, you are deceiving them. And you may not realize it. And I'm, if you're sitting out there like, oh my gosh, I have not been disclosing, I'm not trying to pass judgment. I hope because, I might not have thought about this twice had I not really dive deep into this world and gotten all entrenched in what's going on. So if that's you, hey, now and it's okay. You can disclose from now on. But the thing is, if you're not disclosing, some people may not ever care. Some people may be those people who are like, I would love to buy something. I would be more likely to buy because I am such a supporter of you. I would more likely want your affiliate link than to buy through a non-affiliate link because I want to support you. Some people, though, are really going to care. And clearly I'm one of those people because it's really been bothering me so much to see all these non-disclosed links. I feel deceived. I feel like when I get 8 emails in one day from 8 different people, all promoting the same program and not telling me that these are affiliate links, that they could all get a commission, I feel deceived. I feel a little bit used. It makes me mistrustful of those people, and it takes away that integrity. And the reason this is so important is because at the end of the day, if you make one sale, that's great for you. You made one sale. That's awesome. If you lost a couple of followers who may have continued to buy from you because you tricked them and they were upset about it, you can't get that back. You may lose a sale or two if people don't want to buy through your affiliate links, which it's hard to say whether that's actually even true or not. I think people fear it, but it's hard to say. But if you lose your integrity, it is really, really difficult and often in this online world, kind of impossible in many ways without giant circumstances or a long period of time for you to get that integrity back. It is not worth sacrificing over a tiny disclosure and telling people, hey, if you buy something at no extra cost to you, I will get a commission because I'm telling you about it. This is a referral link. Some people understand that language better, but it's not worth losing the trust of your readers because that matters so much more, and that is going to carry you so much farther than one-off sale that you have by not disclosing, by being deceptive or sneaky, whether you mean to or not. So I bring this up because I'm really passionate about integrity. I want to try to maintain that with my readers. I don't want to be sneaky. I don't want to, when I sell things, promise things that I can't deliver. I don't want to get people to go to something for free, hoping secretly they'll buy something so that I'll get a kickback and not tell them. I want to be on the up and up. And I want to follow people who have that integrity, who are willing to disclose, even if they think it might make them less sales, just because it's the right thing to do. Do I think the FTC is going to come after me if I don't disclose on my links? Probably not. I'm just not a big enough fish that they need to come after me. I guess they could, but they won't need to because I'm going to be disclosing unless I don't realize. And so my hope is that a lot of these people just are not really thinking it through, that these affiliate links are affiliate links, that these links to free things that then lead to a sale that have a lifetime cookie. If there is a cookie involved, if there is a referral link involved, it is an affiliate link that must be disclosed. And I say that not because the FTC has some clear outline on this. I say this because the FTC is very clear that it's all about deception and avoiding deception and about being on the up and up. And so if there is a cookie involved where you could make a sale, it has to be disclosed. So if you're out there and you did not realize, I hope this is enlightening for you and that you do realize and do disclose that because it's really not that big of a deal. I think people know. Is it better for you to disclose and maybe or maybe not lose a few sales, or not disclose, and then if people find out and feel tricked by you, unsubscribe, leave, stop being your follower, lose that integrity, lose the trust so that they will never buy anything again. They won't be your reader. They won't follow your blog. They won't be your supporter because they feel like you tricked them so that you could make money. Because that's kind of how it seems to people from the outside when they find that out. I know that's how it seems to me. And so I'm hoping to give everybody the benefit of the doubt that it's just one of those things where people are not realizing yet how this works. But I think if you are listening and you're realizing, hey, I've been getting all these emails and I feel duped, maybe give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe send an email saying, hey, I'm just wondering, is this an affiliate link? And kind of call people on it. Maybe this is what it takes. I don't know what it would take. I don't want to start like this revolution, but at the same time, I'm like, actually, that sounds really good because I would really just, I don't want to lose my faith in some people that I really like who are, I feel like, being kind of deceptive in their emails. So, okay, I think I'm going to stop here because I could go on, and I think it's pretty clear how I feel. But I just want to make this final point that you don't want to lose the trust of your readers. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for $1. It's not worth it for $1,000. It's not worth it for some commission. It's not worth it. So just if you're in doubt, disclose. If you're not sure how to disclose, use your own language. Go listen to Taylor's episode, Boss Girl Creative, episode 26. And learn the rules of disclosure and then just do it and don't worry about it, because it is so much better to be on the upside with the FTC first, but primarily on the upside with your own people so that you are not being deceptive with your own people. Because who wants that? Nobody wants that. Keep your trust. Disclose your affiliate links. Even if it's a link to a free thing that has a cookie to it, you got to disclose. So that's where I want to leave you for today. I know this is kind of a weird thing to talk about, and I'd really love to hear what you think about this. So you can tweet at me. I'm at Kiki Mojo. You can go to createifwriting.com/033 where you can find the show notes. I'll leave heavy links to the FTC.com rules and also to some really helpful articles and Taylor's podcast episode. But I would love for you to come and leave a comment. Is this something, have you seen this? Have you had your inbox flooded with people sending out these kinds of affiliate links not disclosing? Is it one of those things where you're like, that's what's going on? Maybe you haven't seen this. Maybe I'm just on the wrong email list. That's very possible. Or maybe it's something you're realizing, oh my gosh, I did that. Whoops. It's not too late. You can change from here on out. But I hope that if nothing else, this episode has made you think about integrity and how much more important that is than a sale. And by not disclosing, you are at risk of losing that integrity and breaking the trust of your readers. So that's what I want to leave you with. And as we close out the episode, again, tweet at me, Kiki Mojo, come visit the show notes for links and to comment about what you think about disclosure. And I'd love to know. I really want to know what you think about this. And I want to give a big shout out to Jasmine Commerce, as always, for the music for the show. You can find more from Jasmine at jasminecommercemusic.com. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll be back next week with John Lee Dumas. And I hope you have an inspired week.